Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis. And today we are going to be talking about Hedera, or Hbar if you will. There's been a lot of innovation happening, especially with Hashport and a lot of other things in general. So I do want to talk to you guys about a lot of that information, and as well as talk to you guys about some interesting use cases, as well as kind of deep dive a little bit into the price action that's been happening lately as well. So with that being said, sit back, relax. For anybody who is new to the channel, definitely hit that subscribe button, turn notifications on. And for anybody who isn't new or new to the channel, definitely consider hitting that like button. Also, comment down below your favorite thing about Hbar in terms of a statistic. It could be the speed, it could be the transaction flow, whatever the case may be. Comment down below your favorite thing about Hedera. Now, within the market, we are seeing a lot of price action with a lot of assets right now. We are seeing Bitcoin kind of taper off a little bit and kind of be a little bit stable at about 66.5K, which is allowing some altcoins to actually run. In fact, on the 24-hour span, we are seeing a few assets actually up significantly. Stellar Lumens actually, pretty much jumps out to me personally, which is up about 5.88%, sitting at about 40.5 cents. Now, I've also mentioned Zcash in the past, as well as Litecoin, and they are up actually significantly as well. A lot of these OG assets, and I've always made videos on these OG assets to warn you guys ahead of time, because even Bitcoin Cash is up here. These are going to be major movers as we do march forward on, and also QNT doing incredibly well. So a lot of things are happening right now, and of course Hedera hash graph is up about 2.05%, up about 11% on the 7-day span. Trading volume isn't necessarily there just yet to actually really push us ahead, but I do personally want to see us around 45 to 46 cents and actually hold that point and actually close above those points on the daily. Just to give you guys a reason why is because let's check out in the past when we were at about the current all-time high. So here we have it, right? So we were at about $809 million. We were actually at almost $1 billion in terms of trade volume on the 24-hour span. We did hit about $1.3 billion to push us to about 56 cents, or almost the all-time high. We didn't hit the all-time high until the next day while the trading volume was kind of diminishing. This is when Bitcoin started to fall. But as we do see the close, the key close here is 45 almost and a half cents. So this is the point where we want to be back at, because that will allow us to actually impulse to 50 cents plus and pretty much retest the all-time high and go into price discovery. And I just want you guys to understand how fast we could actually move once we do go into price discovery, especially considering a lot of other altcoins. Just to give you guys those base points. So first and foremost, let's address Hedera Hashgraph's overall price action. So currently speaking, we already bottomed out on this major support zone, which I have listed a few times in the past as being a major support zone anyways. But we do see that that is actually a higher low. We've been printing higher lows this entire time, which I've already mentioned to you guys 100 times probably in the past now. But we are seeing a little bit of a support zone possibly being flipped here on this candle at about 42.5 cents. But I'm actually looking at this candle going back to September 13th, where we pretty much bottomed out on this point as well, and pretty much had that nice impulse to the all-time high. So I'm waiting for that next major impulse to the upside to retest, 46 cents to actually get above the previous all-time high, possibly even close above it, and that way we could pretty much impulse to about 50 cents plus, possibly retest the all-time high at about 58.5 cents roughly, and then go into price discovery. And at that price discovery point, and I know that we mentioned in the past when we broke out of here, but I just want you guys to understand how fast we will actually move at that point, because we don't have to necessarily move with Bitcoin now, as we are kind of moving along in the market. Now, when we're looking at other assets, I compared NewCipher actually just yesterday to an asset. I forgot which one it was. I think it might have been LCX or something like that. But when we're talking about a lot of these altcoins, they move extremely fast, once they do break out of their, consolidation patterns. Now, with this one actually did a very significant move in just one day. In fact, from one day alone, it did about a 709% move in price. So, when these altcoins really kind of jump out, and after they consolidate for a fairly long time, they really move in price very fast. So when we're talking about Hbar right now, for anybody who's getting a little bit impatient, just understand that we are very close to the point where we do something similar to NewCipher, similar to, all the other coins in the past I've talked about, like Matic. It was a slow ride from 30 cents, but all of a sudden, boom, we were at almost $3 just as fast as we pretty much got to the previous all-time high. And that's going to be how Hbar is too. These next couple weeks, I'm telling you guys, it's going to be extremely incredible for the price action and for anybody who is holding Hbar. I'm very excited for the future. Now, before we fully jump into this video, I just want to warn you guys right now, all right? Have your exit plan set up. I personally will follow my exit plan that I have listed on my website, NCashOfficial.com. You do not need to follow my exit plan. This is my personal strategy. But if you guys do want to get all the content on this website, as well as all future insights and content like that for free, you guys could always get the Crusader Trading Bundle Pack. This is the highest price that it will be at forever. This is the only price that it will be at forever as well. This is topped out. This is the last and final price update for this. But of course, all the future products will be included into this bundle pack for free for anybody who does purchase that. Now, I do want to talk to you guys about this innovative technology that pretty much got released today with FPOS. It's actually a trial basis, but this is actually interesting to talk about. So we do see FPOS or FPOS. I know a lot of people have a little bit of a way to say it, but I'm personally going to say FPOS. So Payments Australia today unveiled the results of an Australian first digital identity trial that shows major productivity benefits that can be unleashed across the wider Australian economy. Now, in this article, we do see here digital ID trials show the time to verify compulsory safety, licensing, and training credentials and certificates required by workers before they start a job can be reduced from 3 days to just 30 minutes, right? Then we also see here the trial also used cutting-edge distributed ledger technologies powered by global distributed ledger network Hedera Hashgraph for the registration and verification of the credential records. Now, just to give you guys a little bit of an input here, look at some of the major, pretty much insights that this actually solved. So the first time, or I shouldn't even say the first time, the time for an HR team to onboard a new worker was reduced from 72 hours to 30 minutes. Okay, and then the time for a new worker to provide necessary credentials information was reduced from 48 hours to 30 minutes. And then, of course, 100% of participants, both HR teams and employees, found the new process easier than the current process. This is incredible because this is going to be in the private sector and the government sector for a lot of these major businesses, these corporations. I just want you guys to understand that, yeah, sure, this isn't, hey, look, it's banking, technology at its finest. No, it's not that big, but it is just as close, or if not, pretty much at the same base point of it, because this is still in government and the private sector. This is also incredible in terms of innovative technology because this is going to disrupt those major corporate and pretty much private sector, businesses. We actually see here this trial shows the practical benefits that digital identity can bring when solving everyday businesses or business issues like massive lifts in convenience and productivity. By using the Connect ID network to deliver digital credentials sourced from the Department of Transport and also main roads, these critical infrastructure employees and operators were able to save 2 days and get to work faster. This is streamlining the workforce environment, and I think that a lot of people don't realize actually how huge some of these, innovative, use cases actually are. I could see this being massive as we do, move on in time. In fact, I do think that this is going to be even bigger than Australia, but of course we have to start somewhere. And reducing the time and complexity of verifying workplace credentials with digital ID means our people can get on the job faster. This reduces downtime, avoidable waiting costs, and keeps critical projects on track. This is incredible. I don't need to tell you guys how big this is, but this is massive. So we also seen here, Jordan Freed, news, Immutable Holdings strengthens commitment to Hbar ecosystem with acquisition of myhbarwallet.com. So they bought it. This is pretty interesting considering the fact of, pretty much everything that they do own in terms of the Hedera ecosystem with NFT.com and stuff. So I think that this is incredible. Very excited to continue investing in the growth and development of this important tool in the Hbar ecosystem. This is just the beginning. Of course, right now, Hbar wallet is not the biggest thing. It's not the best wallet. It's not the biggest wallet, but this is the beginning of something special in my mind. Now, we do see here, under the terms of the transaction, Immutable Holdings will acquire my hbarwallet.com in exchange for the combination of cash and stock. And of course, this is going to be expecting to be completed by December 1st. Wallets are foundational to the growth of any token-based ecosystem. We're committed to investing in and growing the Hbar ecosystem, and this acquisition is a great first step. With our financial and strategic support, we believe my Hbar wallet can be one of the leading wallets in the ecosystem. We couldn't ask for a better partner in Immutable Holdings, and Jordan Freed said, Anderson, with Immutable support, we look forward to making my Hbar wallet an even better experience for Hbar holders. So this is great to see. I think that this is incredible innovation, and I think that this is going to be great for the ecosystem ecosystem. Like I said, anything small or big within the Hbar ecosystem is very good nonetheless. So I'm very excited for this, and I'm very happy about this. Now, who else is here? Yesterday was Kevin O'Leary. Today it's DBS CEO, half glass full. The tech industry fundamentally lifted the Hbar on what customers can expect to get in multiple industries. Hbar is now being applied to financial services as well. Kevin O'Leary mentions H and drops the bar. CEO Gupta raises the bar and skips the H. I think Hbar has been raised. Does that worry you that other countries and centers might have played catch up and therefore you need to raise the Hbar? Kevin O'Leary, and also, I don't know how to say this guy's name. I'm just going to say Piyush. I hope that I said that right. Welcome on board the Hbar revolution. The community yearns for your future anticipated contributions to Hedera's ecosystem. Now you can combine each half of the puzzle, merge private/public keys, and the truth shall set you free. And listen closely if you guys will. Hbar. So, with that being said, I think that when we're talking about the tech, and if we're talking about the technology that's going to be pretty much ramping up within the financial markets and the financial services, we have been seeing incredible updates from Ripple. We've been seeing incredible updates from Hedera. And I do think that, crypto itself is on its way to a new standpoint in pretty much this entire market and in terms of everyday life as well. So I think that this is only the beginning for what's to come. Now we also see here connecting crypto communities on Polygon and Ethereum to Hedera just became a reality. Congratulations to the Hashport network on launch. Now I know that I've been talking about this Hashport stuff for a fairly long time, but this is actually getting even better. So obviously we know that this is bringing interoperability within these networks together, and it's pretty cool that they could transfer these digital assets from one network to the other. But this is actually what the big case behind this is. Within the next few days, users will be capable of earning yield on their Hbar by providing liquidity to several pools on the QuickSwap decentralized exchange protocol that resides on Polygon, specifically Hbar0x/MyStablecoin and Hbar0x/Matic. Users earn reward fees as well as quick reward tokens for providing liquidity. These pools will be open to the entire world to partake in for anyone to port assets and build their own pools/use cases within different supported ecosystems and their associated protocols/apps. Users will also have several additional use cases available to them that support Hbar0x or Hbar Ethereum in the coming days. Hbar holders can begin to forge their own paths to creating future and further opportunities for themselves in these new ecosystems and beyond. NFT functionality should become available on Hashport by end of the year, enabling users to move ERC-721 tokens between networks and the marketplaces they reside on. Hashport will quickly expand the network slash tokens it supports, as well as new platform features and capabilities. Guys, this is massive. So expect some major innovation to continue on with Hashport. Of course, these two networks are not just the end port or end point, I should say, actually. But ultimately speaking, when we're talking about these two, these are pretty big, overall networks. Polygon and Ethereum are pretty much two of the largest now in the game, especially considering the fact that Polygon has made a huge name for itself ultimately this year. And of course, we already know about Ethereum. So, I think that this is great to say the least. And when we're talking about Hbar and Ethereum, well, yes, that's the plan. Hbar will fuel everything in Web 3.0. Controversial take, move everything from Ethereum to Hedera, and crypto adoption would accelerate orders of magnitude. And I just want you guys to understand that Smart Contracts 2.0 is pretty much, killing the game for smart contracts. Hedera Hashgraph, in terms of the name Hedera, I don't think people even know what's about to hit them. So understand that Web 3.0, in my mind, is going to be massive in terms of an opportunity that Hedera could really kind of take on, and I do think that it is only the beginning. Now we also see here, I hope Ethereum 2.0 fixes Ethereum. It's not usable right now. Over $300 to trade on Uniswap. I thought the Internet of Money was not supposed to cost 10 cents of vitalik buterin. This is why Hedera Hbar will win. Listen. When we're talking about Ethereum, I think Ethereum has been broken forever. I don't think Ethereum 2.0 is fixing anything, and I do think that we need something better, and I do think that at some point in time, Hbar will be the clear winner. But I do think that when we're talking about Ethereum 2.0, I think that it's going to prosper ahead of Bitcoin in terms of market cap. But by that time, I'm still expecting Hbar to probably be around the #1 asset within the space. And hey, look at this. Today I had to wire transfer money to someone in Colorado. The fee was $30 for $1,500, and I had to leave the house, go to the bank, wait for the wire to clear 7 hours, and waste my time. This system is ancient, and a digital currency like Hedera should be the standard. CBDC, Hbar. Now, I'm just going to say right now, I have dealt with wire transfers in the past, and I continue to do so on a day-to-day basis. It is terrible. This system, I always compare it to crypto, and I'm just like, wow, just imagine if I could be utilizing HBAR or XRP or some other digital asset in this space that could clear within the next 3 to 5 seconds at a fraction of a fee. I mean, that is the future. This is not the future. The banking system is extremely broken. It is extremely ancient. It hasn't had innovation since the 1960s with debit cards and credit cards. We need something better. We need to prosper into the age of digitization and tokenization, and we are moving very fast within it, and I'm very excited for the future. But with that being said, I hope that you all enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on if you guys want more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. As always, I hope that you all have a beautiful day or a beautiful night wherever you guys are. And it's beautiful. Nick, peace out, guys.